Welcome to episode 3 of the Becoming Debt-Free series. I'm Erica and welcome to Build Your Moxie. Here I teach you how to be smart with your money so you can enjoy life to the fullest. During this series, I'll be sharing our detailed process of how we paid off over $300,000 in under 3 years and became free from all consumer debt. If you haven't seen episode 1 or 2, I'll be sure to link that below. This episode is covering the best and fastest way to pay off your debt. Okay, the best way to pay off your debt is to pay it off as fast as you can before the interest accrues and comes back to smack you in the butt. So there are 3 very popular payment methods when it comes to paying off your debt, and I wanted to go over each of them. The first method is debt consolidation. Debt consolidation is where you take multiple debts and combine it into one debt and make a single payment. A lot of people think that debt consolidation is better because you can usually get a lower interest rate and all your debts are in one place. The problem with that is that the interest rate could go up over time depending on the type of loan. Some debt consolidation rates can be between 6 and 36%, and the lifespan of that debt is just stretched over time. Some people in denial about their debt say, "Oh, I'll just consolidate it." Once they do that, they think they did something useful and then continue just to make the monthly minimum payments over time. But the thing is, when you consolidate your debt is still there. You just moved it. It's like taking multiple piles of poop and just making one really big pile of poop. My thoughts on debt consolidation being your answer to paying off your debt fast is no bueno. There are times where debt consolidation can be really helpful, however, it doesn't solve the problem of you being in debt. Okay, on to the next debt payment method, the debt avalanche. This is also known as debt stacking. This is where you take all your debts and pay off the highest interest rate first, and so on. Let's say you have $50,000 in debt, for example, $2,000 at 5% interest, $6,000 at 5%, $3,000 at 4%, $7,000 at 6%, $1,000 at 5%, $1,000 at 6%, and $30,000 at 7% interest rate. The debt avalanche would be paying off the loan with the highest interest rate first. This means the student loan of $30,000 at 7%. Second would be the consumer debt with $7,000 at 6%. Third would be the department store with the $1,000 at 6%, and so on. With the debt avalanche, pay minimum payments on each loan, and whatever you have left, chip away at the first loan on the list, which is the student loan at $30,000 and 7% interest. Any extra money you have, pay it toward the principal amount. When it comes to the math and making sure the interest doesn't swallow you up, then the debt avalanche seems like a no-brainer. However, let's take into account human psychology and apply it to the debt avalanche. It can often be really daunting to go for a huge feat in the beginning and not give up. It's like playing a team sport. If you go against the best team in the league for the first game, you might win or you might not. But if you lose right off the bat, it sucks, and having to get back out there for that second game could be really discouraging. Having the mental strength to keep going just gets harder and harder if you keep getting beat. The goal to paying off your debt fast is to not give up. Also, with the debt avalanche, it might be hard to stay motivated to pay off that debt quickly. Usually the debts with the highest interest rates can be ginormous. Okay, moving on to the next debt payment method, which is the debt snowball. The debt snowball is the method that my husband and I used to pay off $311,000 of student loans in 2 years and 8 months. This is basically the debt payment method based off of human psychology and building momentum. Remember, the key to paying off your debt fast is to not give up. This is how to do the debt snowball. List your debts smallest to largest regardless of interest and pay off the smallest amount first. Taking that same example from before, this is how the debt snowball would look. $1,000 at 6%, $1,000 at 5%, $2,000 at 5%, $3,000 at 4%, $6,000 at 5%, $7,000 at 6%, and $30,000 at 7% interest rate. Also, if you have 2 loans that have the same principal amount, you can pay off the one with the higher interest rate first. So what you're going to do is pay minimum payments on each loan, and whatever money you have left, chip away at that first loan on the list, which is the department store at $1,000 at 6% interest. Any extra money you have, pay it towards that principal amount until that first loan is fully paid off. Once that first loan is gone, instead of having to pay off 7 loans, you now only have 6. Also, the minimum payment you would have paid towards the first loan is gone, so you can apply that money towards the second loan. Now you are paying off the second loan, which is $1,000 at 5% interest rate. Keep making minimum payments on the 6 loans remaining, and any extra money you have, pay it towards that second loan until it's gone. Once it's gone, instead of 6 loans, you now have 5 loans left. Then you're going to continue. Now at this time, you're gonna start building momentum and you're gonna start to feel these small wins. Small wins is how you're gonna keep your spirits high so you can continue. Keep going and you're gonna end up with one loan left, which you're gonna attack with complete vengeance. The reason it's called a debt snowball is because if you took a snowball and rolled it down the mountain, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger. So that's your momentum, getting bigger and bigger. For our student loans, my husband had 10 loans and I had 11. We used the debt snowball method for those 21 loans and built up momentum and got fired to keep going. We also got extra jobs to speed up the process and destroy more loans. Even though the last 2 loans were each around $23,000, we knew we only had 2 loans left from the original 21 loans. The power of psychology and what you can do when your mind is focused is absolutely nuts. You don't have to be a math wizard or an accountant or an engineer to win with your money and pay off your debt. It's been said that money is 20% head knowledge and 80% behavior. If you can change your behavior, that's your key to being financially free. Remember, the key to paying off your debt fast is to not give up. So there we have it. The debt snowball is the best way to go when it comes to paying off your loans fast. I wanted to mention one website that we really like, and it's called unbury.me. This website allows you to calculate all your loans with interest and monthly payments, and you can compare the debt avalanche to the debt snowball. Yes, if you stick with the debt avalanche, you may pay a little less in interest, but remember, the best way to pay off your debt is to actually stay motivated to stick it through. When you do the debt snowball, you may find that the motivation will help you go even faster, and you can end up paying less interest overall than the debt avalanche. Anytime we can use psychology on our side, why not use it? Humans are capable of incredible things when they're motivated. At the end of the day, you know yourself best, but for us, the debt snowball method was how we were able to pay off so much loans so fast. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for the next few episodes of the Becoming Debt-Free series. In the next episode, I'm going to be sharing some ways to protect yourself from debt. I'll link the other episodes to the Debt-Free series right here.